Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slang Hope, and I got another video for y'all. In this video, I want to talk about the dude that got killed a few days ago. I know y'all been seeing the video; it's been circulating. I don't necessarily want to talk about him. I just want to talk about the lessons that we can extract from this situation, right? But before I even get into the video, man, if you click the description below, you have access to my book, Who Profits When Black Men Gangbang. You have access to our documentary, We Came to Heal. You can click that link, check that out. And also like my social medias if you intend to follow me and keep supporting. So boom, right? Like I said, a lot of y'all seen the video. So I don't really gotta post it, but I just want to highlight a few things that we can learn from, specifically in this circumstance. And again, my condolences. And again, I don't know what really happened. I don't know what transpired, so I'm not really trying to speak from that point of view, right? I'm just giving my 2 cents like everybody else. So one, right, when I first seen the video, it just seemed like just regular senseless violence. I'm not saying that it's still not senseless, but then I seen the other video, and the dude that, you know, passed away, he was he punched this girl in the face or something like that. Like, again, I don't know what that lady did. It seems like they had like a little altercation. There was like some pushing back and forth or whatever, whatever happened, right? And which led to him punching her in the face. Now, the first thing I'm gonna say is I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying it's cool. I'm not saying it's okay. And I want to highlight that, one, we have to educate, and I'm not putting the blame on the sister. We have to educate our women how to behave, right, in a certain way. I'm gonna get to other points. Don't get triggered, because this is what a lot of y'all do. I'm just gonna go by sequence, right? So initially there was an issue with this lady and this man. Of course, I don't think there is any, unless you fear for your life or you are in danger, right? It's the only time where you should use force, right, to kind of like get out of a situation, especially with a girl. But I want to highlight, there is a lot of sisters that don't have the etiquette of how to behave when they are out there in the street, right? So there's too many times I'll be out there myself and I see like women engaging with men in a way where like they think you could subdue them, you could beat them, you could say anything, you could challenge them. Like, that is not okay. I think that, like, I don't know what's going on in the household, but I remember a time where like women, ladies, right, they behave like ladies. Like, they're not out there trying to challenge men, or they're not out there just speaking in a certain manner, in a certain way, right? And that has changed, that has shifted. I think society has everybody gassed up, especially these sisters, and you think it's okay, or you can just say whatever, or you could talk however. I'm not saying it's okay for you to get your hands put on, but you have to acknowledge that when you leave that house and you behave in a certain manner, certain energy and certain things is gonna come to you if you are behaving in a certain way out there. I say that for the brothers too, but especially for the sisters, because you can't compete with a man physically. You can't combat a man. At least a man, he might have a more of a chance because it's a man versus a man. You are a woman speaking as if you are a man. Nothing good comes from talking crazy to another man, especially. And every man not gonna be the same. Every man not gonna overlook and think like, yo, you a woman, you know, get out of here. Like, a lot of men not gonna think like that. Some men is like, you giving them a certain energy and they're gonna give that energy right back, and it's gonna put you in a situation. Boom. So we have to be mindful of how we educate our women, how we tell them to behave. And again, the plan is to survive the encounter. It's not about, oh, it's only women. No, men have to know how to behave too when they go out there. But the point is, you have to survive the encounter, and you can't be playing with your life. Some of these dudes be killing women, so you got to be mindful of what you're doing out there and how you engaging with men. Number two, like I said, it was not cool I do not agree with a man putting his hands on a woman. Like, I don't know what happened, right? So I'm not gonna assume what it is, but I think a lot of times, bro, you could just walk away, man, from some of the situations with these sisters. They do a lot, right? They push buttons, and at the same time, depending if it wasn't that serious, you have to be the man to be like, you know what, you got that, man. I'm out of here, you know, like, and just walk off, like move around. Like, it's so many things that could be done, especially when it comes to our sisters, right? So I don't really condone it, but again, I don't know what happened. I don't know what she did. She could have like lined them up, or she could have did something in the past. I don't know, but I'm just saying, if all of those things didn't happen, like, you can move around, bro. 3, it's still some kind of senseless killing. There used to be a time where, like, yeah, you put your hands on somebody, do they deserve to die, right? Like, do they deserve? And again, I can't tell nobody how to respond to something that has happened to their relative, or when they feel like disrespect has been dished out. I can't tell somebody how to respond to that. But what I'm saying is, there was a time where it's like, all right, cool, you did some foul shit, like, we could fight, or we could jump you, or, you know, and maybe you want to curb retaliation. I get that. Sometimes you don't want to go through the whole thing of, like, if I jump you, and then, you know, and then you come back, and then maybe you know, it just creates a scenario where it's like, it causes more problems than anything else, right? And sometimes people don't want to get into that, right? They don't want to, like, do something to you, and then they gotta worry about, like, whether you're gonna come back or you're gonna do something XYZ. So I understand when something transpires, how people just be trying to eliminate the threat and get rid of it, right? But at the end of the day, like, when these things transpire, like, and I said this in other videos, like, every action has a reaction, man. So, like, there's always consequences to the thing we do. And then there's the thing about the do-mans, right? Everybody is talking about the do-mans, how, like, and then when I watched the other video, it seemed like it was the same day. I might not know, right? It might have been a different day. But the dude with the blue shirt had the same shit on. He had the same outfit on. So it might have been the same day. It might have been the next day, and maybe they ain't changed. I don't know, right? But then a lot of people are saying that they feel like it was a setup, right? The dude peep, suspect dude, touched his nose, and then he just snuck up out of there, right? And I'm just like, if that is your man's, first of all, if you just punch somebody in the face, why you on the block thinking it's all good? Why you on the block thinking it's all sweet, underestimating your opponent? Like, you just wilded out. You just did something crazy, right? And then 2, like how this dude then alert his mans, if that's his mans, right? You was with him when he punched the girl, and I'm not gonna hold you, it does look a little suspect, because you didn't even tap it. You didn't even say, like, yo, who this? Like, you didn't even alert boy. Like, you just, I don't even know where he went, because it doesn't really show where he went. But it's some lessons to be extracted, man. This dude punched that girl for whatever reason, and that shit cost him his life, right? The dude came back, and we assuming that's what happened, right? We don't know. That could have been. So my bad for that, I got cut off. But that's the assumption, right? He punched Shorty in the face for whatever reason. It seems like they was arguing. It looked like it was the same day. It looked like they came back. His mans that was with him when he punched the girl, he was there. Again, he sees Sean, he peeps Sean coming. He dips off. People think he lined it up. Maybe it was a lineup, maybe it wasn't. Regardless of what, I think what makes him more suspect is that he didn't even say nothing to old boy, right? But yeah, man, moral of the story in all of this, it's like this. 1, you gotta teach your daughters and your sons that when they outside the house, you know, the goal is to make it home safe, man. The goal is to make it home safe. Especially, man, teach your daughters, man, stop being combative and trying to fight these dudes out here, man. They will lose. These dudes are punching on women. They killing women. Protect your daughters, man. Number 2, sisters. If you know you got brothers, you know you got cousins that be wilding, that be off the chain, stop getting yourself into trouble, right? That could possibly put your fathers, your cousins, your uncles, or your male relatives in danger. Stop. Because the same way your cousins is about that life, there's going to be other dudes that are about that life too and could get your relatives blamed. Real talk. Your family members are not invincible. So be mindful of that when you out there starting trouble before you get your relatives involved. Number 3, brothers. Sometimes it's not that serious to punch a shorty in their face. You know they're going to do a lot. They're going to push buttons. They're going to do all that extra stuff. You got to know how to just walk away, not just from women, but also from men. You got to know how to just be like, you know what? It's cool, man. Don't mean you're a coward. It don't mean you're not about your business, but sometimes you just got to know, especially with women, you know they run their mouth all crazy. You just got to be able to be like, go ahead, man, get out of here. Right? Number 4, watch who you be around, man. That's crazy. Dude got head tap, and dude didn't even tap him, didn't even say nothing to him. Like, be mindful of the people you keep around you, man. Be mindful of the dudes you spending a lot of time around. You call your buddy, because somewhere along the lines, I know there's shady behaviors that they do that we dismiss like it's just like some regular shit, but it's really shady behavior, and then next thing you know, boom, it's too late, man. It's too late. But let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comment section. Y'all think like he got lined, or maybe son just didn't want no parts of nothing. He didn't want to put him on. He didn't want to get hit. It looked like he also wasn't the target because the dude just came straight for son. Like I said, I don't know where the other dude went, but it don't seem like they were looking for him. It seemed like they really wanted that other dude. But let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. Peace.